maid of honor secretly sabotage every wedding vendor I booked. I'm sitting in my car outside the florist shop, staring at a text that says, "Sorry, we had to cancel your order. Emergency situation." This is the fourth vendor in 3 weeks. First, the photographer mysteriously doubled her prices overnight. Then the caterer said they lost my deposit. Now this. My sister Emma keeps telling me to relax, that we'll figure it out. But something feels super wrong about all this. Her maid of honor, Katie, has been weirdly involved in everything, always offering to help coordinate with vendors. I thought she was just being nice. That night, I decided to dig deeper. I called the photographer back and asked what really happened. After some back and forth, she finally admitted someone called pretending to be me and said I wanted to cancel because the groom cheated. Complete lie, obviously. When I pressed for details, she said the voice sounded young and mentioned specific things about my dress that only someone close would know. My stomach dropped. I hung up and immediately called the caterer. Same story. Someone called claiming to be me, saying we were eloping instead and didn't need their services anymore. The florist said someone emailed from a fake account with my name, demanding they change the entire order to funeral arrangements because someone would be dead soon. I felt sick. Who would do this? Then I remembered Katie has been taking photos of everything wedding related. My dress fitting, venue visits, cake tastings. She said it was for a scrapbook surprise, but now it made sense. She was gathering intel. I drove straight to Emma's apartment without calling first. Katie was there, of course, sitting on the couch with wedding magazines spread everywhere. When I walked in, she quickly closed her laptop. I asked Emma if we could talk privately, but Katie jumped up and said she needed to leave anyway. As Katie grabbed her stuff, I noticed her phone screen was open to a contacts list. I caught a glimpse of my photographer's name before she shoved it in her purse. My heart was racing, but I kept quiet until she left. I told Emma everything. At first, she didn't believe me, saying Katie would never do something like that. But when I showed her the timeline of when Katie offered to help versus when vendors started canceling, Emma's face went white. We decided to test it. Emma told Katie she found a new makeup artist and gave her fake contact info. Within 2 hours, the fake number got a call from someone claiming to be Emma, saying they needed to cancel because the bride had chickenpox. Emma was devastated. Turns out Katie had been in love with Emma's fiancé Ryan since college. She thought if she ruined the wedding, Ryan would see it as a sign they weren't meant to be together. Katie had even been planning to console him when everything fell apart. Instead of confronting Katie directly, we got creative. Emma made up a story about finding her dream venue last minute, somewhere really expensive and exclusive. She told Katie it was her absolute perfect place and nothing else would do. Katie took the bait. She spent 2 weeks trying to sabotage a venue that didn't exist, calling random numbers and making fake complaints. Emma had given her the number to a pizza place. The pizza guy was so confused about wedding cancellation calls that he started playing along just for fun. Meanwhile, we secretly rebooked everything with vendors Katie didn't know about. Emma's future mother-in-law helped us find people from the next town over. We told everyone about the sabotage and they all agreed to keep quiet. The wedding day arrived and Katie showed up expecting chaos. Instead, everything was perfect. The flowers were gorgeous, the food was amazing, and the photographer captured Katie's confused face beautifully. During the reception, Katie kept asking where all the vendors came from. Emma just smiled and said sometimes things work out when you trust the right people. Katie got so frustrated she left early, claiming she felt sick. Later, we found out Katie had been posting in wedding shaming groups online, sharing fake stories about Emma being a bridezilla who impossible to work with. Emma's new sister-in-law, who's great with computers, traced the posts back to Katie's account and screenshot everything. Emma never told Katie she knew what happened. Instead, she just slowly stopped including her in things.